Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm going to explain Cloak and Dagger in about a minute. The duo of Cloak and Dagger first appeared in Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 64. After just a few appearances, it was obvious that the characters were popular enough for their own series. They were created by Bill Mantlo and Ed Hannigan. Cloak, Tyrone Ty Johnson, was a poor 17-year-old kid from South Boston who, though a brilliant student, Ty had a terrible stutter. A cop mistakenly shot his best friend, and Ty's stutter prevented him from shouting a life-saving warning. Dagger, or Tandy Bowen, was the 16-year-old daughter of a negligent, drug-addicted, alcoholic supermodel socialite in Ohio. Though both came from vastly different backgrounds, the two shared the story of running away from home to escape their realities to have a chance meeting in New York City. Ty was actually about to steal Tandy's purse when he thought better of it. When someone else stole her purse, he retrieved it for her. Ty felt protective of the naive Tandy, who was clearly out of her element. She paid for their dinner that night with what little funds she had, and thought that she'd made a lucky break when a couple of shady creeps, in the guise of good Samaritans, offered shelter for her. Ty, not trusting the group, went along too, hoping to save Tandy if the group was as untrustworthy as he deemed. The group actually worked as recruiters for the Magia, a Marvel crime syndicate run by the Don Silvermane. He had a chemist working on an experimental form of heroin, and they needed human test subjects, so they were forcibly exposed to the drug. For some reason, the two developed superpowers. Tandy with the ability to generate daggers made of light that can harm others or cure addictions. Ty, however, became something of a conduit for the Dark Force dimension, which altered his body. He covers himself with a black cloth he found, and has the ability to teleport, become intangible, and can summon an impenetrable darkness that traps others in the Dark Force dimension and eats at the light of their souls. This light feeds Cloak, and he will become weaker the longer he goes without it. Tandy, or Dagger, can feed Cloak with her light, making the two an inseparable pair. They are a tragic tale of young, interracial romance who takes a literal war on drugs stance to fighting crime. There are many religious themes in the comic, like their headquarters being the Holy Ghost Church ran by Father Francis Delgado, who always saw Cloak as the devil who would one day corrupt Tandy. Cloak and Dagger have gone through very few changes since their debut, but the most famous was when they were retconned to be mutants back in the 90s because everything mutant sold in the comics. It has been established that they absolutely are not mutants since then, but the war on drugs has never stopped. And that's Cloak and Dagger in about a minute.